Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Thai Talk with Dan. A very tired Thai Talk with Dan. My son is still sick. I think he may have caught COVID the other week, and he's still got a horrendous cough. So I've had about 2 hours sleep last night, 2 hours sleep the night before, but we've got to keep going. We've got to keep trudging on. Now, we've got something different to share on the channel today. We talk about what men go through with Thai women over here in Thailand, but what we never think about is the kids. Now, there's quite a few fathers that come over here and choose a Thai woman, and they've already got a child, back in their own country, and they bring the child over, and the child gets a new Thai stepmother. So, you can imagine what this could be like. So today, we're going to share someone's story. So let's jump straight in. Hi Dan. Every week I look forward to your stories. They're like a map that helps me make sense of my past. Your words make me see things in a new light, and they've made me want to share my own story. So here's what it was like growing up as a Farang kid with a Thai stepmom. So let's wind the clock back about 30 years. I was just a young boy living in Thailand. After my biological mum passed away, my dad, who's from the UK, started a new life with a younger Thai woman. She seemed nice at first, but I was confused by how she would use my things, like my favourite Toy Story mug or my football towel, without asking. As a kid, this felt strange and uncomfortable. As time went on and I got older, I began to see more of who she really was. She loved going to parties and was very interested in expensive things, especially gold necklaces. It seemed like she only cared about having nice things. She would often leave my dad alone at home while she went out for the night, saying she was going to see friends at the casino.
Saying you got something for me.
Now, one thing that really stuck in my mind was what happened on my 13th birthday. She gave me her old phone as a present, a phone my dad had bought for her. She didn't remove her old contacts from the phone, and I remember one day when I had to call her, she called back from a number that was saved under a man's name with a love heart next to it. This really surprised me. As I grew up, her lies became more common. She tricked my dad into believing she wanted to study a computer course in the UK. My dad did everything he could to make this happen, but she ended up meeting another man in the UK and scamming him as well. It was a really hard time for us, especially when all these revelations came out after she returned to Thailand. I couldn't believe it when my dad forgave her a few weeks later. The lies didn't stop, and what was weird was that my dad started to believe her more. After 13 years of me moving out of the family house, my dad had to go back to the UK because he got sick. When he asked me for financial help, I was shocked. His retirement money was all gone. She had spent it all over the years. I was the only one left to help him with his medical bills. Living like this was tough. It felt really unfair, and it was hard for me to share my true feelings. It's important for people to realise that the partners they choose can impact their kids, even after those kids have grown up and left home. I'm now left picking up the financial pieces for my dad because of this woman's actions. I want to urge anyone, especially foreigners, to think twice about who they decide to let into their lives. Thanks for sharing your stories, Dan. They mean a lot to people like me. Best, random bloke. Right, so firstly, thanks very much for sharing your story. It's very different for us to talk about something like this, especially on the channel. But these are the things that kids are having to go through. His dad's wife passed away. His mother, the kid's mum, passed away, and he obviously come to Thailand to find a new bride. And unfortunately, he decided to choose a young Thai girl. And we don't know where he got the Thai girl from, but we can all imagine how it maybe have come about. And she was interested in expensive things, gold necklaces, egotistical, just how a lot of them are. And obviously, she bought into the father's money. And even though the father had a kid, she accepted that and she bought into that. Now, we don't know the ins and outs of what this guy went through, how she actually treated him on a day-to-day basis. Was she loving? Was she warm? Did she read stories to him at night as a kid, etc.? We don't know all that because he didn't tell us. But from the meat of the story, it just sounds like she was just in it for herself. She scammed another guy in the UK. That's another big problem when you take these women, especially younger women, back to your own country. They have a lot of options with other men. So they will get involved, or they can get involved with another guy. And obviously it'll be on a monetary basis and they'll try to cream as much as they can from that other poor bloke also. But the effects that it can have on kids, guys, people need to take into account. When you're choosing a woman, it shouldn't be choosing a woman just for yourself. It should be choosing a woman for your kid. Same for me now in my situation, yeah? Single dad, the way I look at it, if I get with another woman, I've got to think about what's best for my son. Is this woman going to be, a warm, loving person towards my son? Is she going to care about him? Is she going to be happy having him around? Is she going to want to play with him? Is she a patient person? Just a warm, loving, caring, kind, compassionate person. That's the type of woman that we all need for our children. And we have to think about that and not be so selfish and just think, I want a nice, hot, sexy, young Thai woman when you've got a kid. Well, unfortunately, we don't all think the same. But when you've got a kid, you've got to think about these things also. Guys, if you've got a similar story, then please get your emails sent in to thaitalkwithdan@gmail.com. I'm going to try and go out for the day today. Hopefully it's not going to be too hot, but I can't stay in this condo all day with him. We need to get out and about and do something. And hopefully he can feel a lot better tonight when he goes to sleep. The cough is horrendous. It's literally every 5 minutes he's coughing like crazy. I bought stuff to get rid of the stuff inside of his throat, but it's not working that wonderfully. But hopefully he gets better really soon. So guys, thanks for watching anyway, and ciao for now.